So we'll just start off by having a look at the box. You can see from the size of my hand how incredibly small it's looking. It's a DLP mini projector. Tiniest of boxes. DLP IO2. It's WVGA is the native resolution, but we'll look at that later. Brightness is 200 lumens. That's actually the ANSI lumens, which is more like 1600 ISO lumens. You've got a 2000:1 contrast ratio. Automatic vertical keystone correction of plus or minus 40 degrees, which is good. Yeah, and it's got a battery. So we'll have a quick look inside to see what we get. This is my first opening. Okay, as suspected, small. So obviously there's the projector itself, which is smaller than my hand, as you can see. We'll have a quick look at the other stuff first. So we've got a set of instructions. As usual, tiny writing. But everything seems to be fairly well laid out. Okay. Yeah, and in fact, the whole instructions are all in English, so it is a complete English catalogue, so there's quite a lot there for you. Okay, then we've got two little boxes by the looks of things, and let's pull them out and have a quick look at what we've got. We've got in the small box we have an adapter, an HDMI adapter to probably micro HDMI or some form of adapter anyway, an HDMI adapter to something. We have got a little pouch, I think, by the feel of things. Just open that up if I can. Clumsy fingers. Feels like a pouch anyway. Nice and soft. Yeah, we've got a nice little drawstring pouch there. It's nice. Put that over there. And we have got a European plug. Okay, which I suppose if you're going abroad you might want to take with you. Most people will use adapters nowadays. And that's all in that box. And we have a UK plug. Okay, UK plug with standard 5V USB power supply on there. Okay, that's pretty good. So that means the thing's going to be powered by USB 5V, which means you could potentially take a power bank with you as well if the battery wasn't going to last long enough. That's quite a nice feature. In the other box we have a variety of things. We have the remote control, which is nicely weighted, fairly straightforward. No batteries in, I suspect, at the moment. It's going to need 2 AAA batteries. That's fairly regular though. Okay, and all the features are controlled. Looks like it might be an air mouse. I'm not sure about that yet, but it does have a mouse button there, so you never know. We'll find out later. We have got, looks like the power supply. Quite well wrapped there. We have got a HDMI, nice looking HDMI cable there. Might be gold plated, looks like it could be, which will improve the quality, so that's quite nice. And finally, we have well, I suspect that's going to be the power supply, in fact. Okay, that must be the power into the actual projector itself. We'll have a look at that. So that's all our kit. Here's the projector itself. Let's have a quick peek at this bad boy. Oops, ripped that already. Never mind, it's going to go in its pouch anyway. So it is tiny. You can see how small it is. I mean, that's ridiculously small. I mean, that's only 2/3 the length of my hand for starters. And let's just have a quick run home. We've obviously got the lens there. This will be a cooling fan. That's going to be your focusing ring to focus it, I guess, and it says focus there. I haven't got my glasses on, but I suspect that's going to be a power button. There's your audio output, so you can put a 3.5mm plug in there and run that to some speakers, which I'll do later. HDMI port, okay, that's our input port. Then we have got, I'm guessing the R is a reset button, there's a little tiny pin would go in there. Cooling fans, DC power supply in there, so that's where this is going to go. This one here is going to pop into there, like so. Okay, when we power it up, More cooling fans there. These are the control buttons. I think these are left and right, but yeah, I think the instructions tell you clearly what they do. More cooling fans there. No USB that I can see at the moment, and I believe it tilts. Okay, so you've got full tilting, 90 degrees if you want to, so you can be pointing straight up and angling appropriately, and 40 degrees will be about that, I guess, which means you'd automatically, the keystone correction, so the sort of trapezoidal image when it's offset on a screen will be corrected itself automatically. Other than that, you're going to need to just move it around or put things underneath it. Very small, very light, very compact, and nice looking. Okay, and we will carry on later when we've had another look at it, and I'll fire it up and try it with some HDMI inputs. In fact, not spotted by me, and then first time through, and then you also get your 2 AAA batteries, so that's a nice change. I thought I was going to have to go and find some, okay, but we've got batteries included as well, okay. So I'm not completely sure how long it's going to take to charge, but I've popped it into a power supply, regular 5-volt USB power supply, and you should be able to see that there is a little red light on the back there, which I assume will either go out or go green when it's finished charging. Okay, so as you can see, if I look around the back, it's been on for 4 to 5 hours, and the light's gone green, so that's it, ready and charged. So it looks like I need to pair the remote control first, and it says to press the up and down buttons on the remote control together until the pairing picture appears. Okay, now press them. Oh, hang on, I can get both of them. That one and that one together. Okay, right, and I'll put that back down again, and we can have a look. Pair the remote. Make sure the remote control is close to the projector. Press. I've released them now, and you can see that the remote control is blinking, and it looks like a remote was found. Jolly good, and we're paired. Okay, so we can start having a look around now, but I'll just pause that first. Power it up now. I'm going to press the on button for 3 seconds and show you how long it takes to fire up. It needs to boot up. Okay, I've got a couple of cables in the way of everything, because I've got a Bluetooth speaker, and I've got a Blu-ray player ready to fire up as well. And I need to center it a little bit. And okay, drop it up. I've got a slight problem. There we go. That was the auto keystone correction kicked in there. You saw how it was trapezoidal to start with, and then it sorted itself out and went into a normal, more regular square rectangle. Right, so let's have a quick look. This is your home screen. You've got a couple of icons there. I've got no Wi-Fi connected to it at the moment. I'll do that later. You can see that there's a little green icon on the top, just up there, showing you that the battery is charged and the remote is connected, and there's no Wi-Fi. The App Center, I can't get to the App Center for now because I've got no Wi-Fi connected. You've got a nice little file browser installed. Okay, I've got nothing installed on it at the moment, so that will allow you to access any files, pictures, videos, whatever you've got stored on the device itself. Coming back from that, you've got HappyCast for doing some screencasting. That's a system update, which I'm going to need to be attached to the network for that. And then finally into settings. In settings, you can see you've got your Wi-Fi is enabled. Now if I go across and go to advanced, I've not had a look in there. Okay, there's just some extra details to do with your Wi-Fi network. Alright, so I'm not too worried about that. Below that I've got Bluetooth. Now over here I have a speaker. I'm going to turn on a Bluetooth speaker, pop that on. Hopefully it'll go into Bluetooth mode. It's now into Bluetooth mode. This says it's searching for nearby devices. I'm hoping it's going to go down and back up to it. It's going to pick up my speaker, because there we are, P9. It's picked it up straight away. P9 speaker, connect to that, pairing, and that should connect to my Bluetooth speaker, because you've got to be realistic. A tiny little device like this is not going to be able to provide the kind of sound quality you'll be looking for, and you can hear that's it connected. Okay, so that's your Bluetooth. You can connect to Bluetooth devices. You've got eco mode. for when you're running out of battery, basically. Vivid mode for films and stuff like that. Apps, that's going to be your app center. You can see that there's 5 GB free of internal storage, so it's probably an 8 GB device, and probably 3 GB has been used up by the internal system, the Android system, and that's leaving you 5 GB, which is quite a lot actually. Date and time, that will be taken from the network, but I'm not connected to the network at the moment. And then about the projector, you can see what system, status, model number, build, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so that's your settings. I'm going to come back from that to the home. So with this test, I've powered up the projector and I've plugged in a Blu-ray player. I've also connected a speaker through Bluetooth, because you're going to get a lot better sound through a speaker than you are from a little device. And I'm going to hit play on the Blu-ray player.
It used to be for watching movies at home,
and you can see the kind of
world was flat.
Excellent quality that's producing for a tiny projector.
Not anymore.
That's pretty good. And obviously with an external speaker, the sound is excellent.
Go from flat to in your face with Blu-ray 3D. It's intense, extreme, the most exciting.
Okay, I think that quite clearly demonstrates the quality of image from a Blu-ray player playing HD through the HDMI port. Okay, I'm just going to connect to a, see if I can connect to a Wi-Fi system that I've set up. I've got something called a File Hub Plus. I'm going to try and connect to that. And I can't quite remember the password, so let me just pause this while I put the password in, so you can see from that it's successfully connected to that network. Now I'm just going to show you something else I didn't realise. On the remote control there's a mouse control, and I wasn't sure whether it was just going to give you a mouse with up and down arrows, or actually a kind of mouse that moves around. And as you can see from here, as I move it around, you've got like a Wii controller, and that's excellent, so you don't need to buy an extra one of those, and I'm very happy with that. That's superb. Makes life a lot easier. Not that I use HappyCast, but just to show you if it's connected to a network. I've got it connected to a File Hub device. I've actually not got any internet connection, which is why it's showing up, but you can see that it does connect Cast M7 if you're going to cast to it to TV, and then you've got your settings in there where you've got your measuring resolution, FPS display, okay, and a variety of other options there. Okay, just to show that it actually works. I just thought I'd demonstrate as well that you can connect things like your camera using the appropriate HDMI cable to the projector. I've not turned the lights off just to show you, but you get a pretty good image anyway there, and you can see that using my camera I can play back, use it to record, and a variety of other things. Okay, I've not actually taken any photographs, so maybe I should have done, but just to show you that it is connecting and it works as you'd expect it to. Okay, the camera's off at an angle a little bit now, but I've come into my lounge, and I'm just going to move the camera around and show you. I'm projecting just from my table down there, okay, from there, on battery mode, sitting on the edge of my table, straight onto my wall. Yeah, okay, and I just want to test a few things. Firstly, I want to try connecting it to network and seeing what streaming options we've got. So I'm going to go to my settings, okay, and I want to go to my network again. Wi-Fi is enabled. I'm going to log into this, and let's go back, and let's see what options we now have. And you can see at the top there, on the top of the screen, there's a little Wi-Fi connector showing up. And let's see what we have in the App Center now. So let's go have a quick look on the network. Top choices. Okay, so none of these are installed yet, I guess. It's just a case of the fact that you've got to load them. So I'm not sure. We've got top choices, news. Right, let's try Amazon. I'll try and install my Amazon because I've got an Amazon account. I'm going to use this from now on. I find it easier. Okay, so as I thought, I'm going to have to enter my account, so let's just pause that. So I've just clicked sign in. As if by magic, there I am. And okay. I think Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is as good as any. So let's go for Butch, see if it streams alright. Don't expect as much on the sound because I've not got my external speakers plugged in. I've just got the little 1 watt internal speaker. But I just want to see if it's streaming correctly.
You got a patriot in there.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
That's young Woodcock. He's awful dedicated.
Woodcock!
Yes, sir.
So there you go.
You know who we are.
How about that?
You're the home
Streaming
hog,
quite
Mr.
nicely.
Cassidy. I understand that. But you got to understand, Mr. E.A. Chairman himself of the Union Pacific Railroad gave me this job.
Okay.
And I've got to do my best, don't you see?
Your
That's
best
pretty
don't
nice
include
colour.
getting yourself killed.
Pretty good. I'll just show you that that's what we've got. I'm going to come back here a little bit and just show
Open the
you
door, that's it.
that
You think E.A. Chairman
there's
did
the
something
projector
for you?
streaming straight across to there, not plugged in, and streaming straight from Amazon. What more could you ask? There's actually quite a lot of options. I'm going to install YouTube as well, which is on the option there. And there's quite a selection. Not all that I use. So that's current filter, the streaming, latest streaming ones. Okay, I don't let them. Now, hardware specs. Okay, what have we got going on? Not much coming up. Okay, screen size. It's giving you the CPU. Okay, just having a little play around now. Preferences. Allow clear there's your cache. I haven't actually focused it very well, to be honest. I should probably focus it. I didn't do that before I started, which was pretty silly of me. So that's me focusing it a little bit now. That's better. Clear cache, remove data configurations, change time, etc. Okay, so there's a few things you can do in there. Under settings, my account, installed apps. What did there's other. Gonna go have a look at all. Oh, you've got Excel, you've got Microsoft Excel, Dropbox, YouTube. There's a reasonable selection. Word and PowerPoint. Okay. There's a reasonable selection there. And I don't know how, but it might be that you can sideload some things, but I would have to investigate that. So that's your App Center, and that's all working really nicely. I'd just like to show that once I've now installed Amazon, you can see it actually installed. You get the app there.